Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach 11th Standard Physics Volume 2, Lesson 7, Content number 7.4.5, Terminal Velocity. So, what is terminal velocity? A maximum constant velocity acquired by a body while falling freely through a viscous medium is called terminal velocity. It is denoted by Vt. T stands for terminal, V stands for velocity. Next, we are going to obtain the expression for terminal velocity. So consider a sphere of radius r which fall freely through a highly viscous liquid of coefficient of viscosity eta. The symbol represents eta. Let the density of the material of the sphere rho. Rho, density of the material sphere. Sigma, density of the fluid. So take a beaker filled highly viscous liquid. Take one metallic sphere of radius r. The coefficient of viscosity of the liquid eta. So drop the metallic sphere inside the liquid. So gravitational force acting on the sphere downward. This is weight. So gravitational force Fg equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. So m represent mass of the sphere, g represent acceleration due to gravity, Fg gravitational force. So now here Fg gravitational force acting on the sphere, metallic sphere, is equal to m into g. This is weight of the body. Now we are going to find the mass of the metallic sphere. So volume of the sphere V equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Density of the sphere rho is equal to mass per volume, mass by volume. Now we are going to find mass of the spherical body, metallic sphere. M is equal to density rho into volume. So mass of the sphere M is equal to density into volume of the sphere 4 by 3 pi r cube. Substitute the mass value in equation 1. So gravitational force acting on the sphere Fg equal to rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube g. So the gravitational force acting downward direction. Upthrust. So about upthrust I told already in previous class. Upthrust U is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma into g. A sigma stands for density of the fluid is acting upward direction. This is upthrust U. So viscous force F is equal to 6 pi neta or Vt. A terminal velocity downward force equal to upward force. So in this case upward force F, upthrust, then downward force W. So Fg minus U, gravitational force acting downward direction, Fg minus F is U equal to F. So gravitational force 4 by 3 pi r cube rho into g minus upthrust 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma into g equal to viscous force 6 pi neta or Vt. Now we are going to find terminal velocity Vt. So in this equation 4 by 3 pi r cube g is a common, so taking outside. So 4 by 3 pi r cube g rho minus sigma equals 6 pi neta r into t. So Vt is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube g rho minus sigma by 6 pi neta r. So cancel 3 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4, r cube r squared pi pi. So terminal velocity Vt equal to 2 r square g rho minus sigma by 3 3s are 9 into neta. So Vt is directly proportional to radius of the square. In this equation, the terminal velocity of speed of the sphere is directly proportional to square of its radius. Sigma is greater than the rho, then term rho minus sigma becomes negative, leading the terminal velocity. That is why air bubble rise up through water or any fluid. This is also reason for the clouds in the sky to move in upward direction. Stokes' law and its application. When a body falls through a viscous medium, it drags the layer of the liquid fluid immediately in contact with it. So, the viscous force acting on the spherical body depends directly on radius of the sphere, velocity of the sphere, coefficient viscosity of the liquid. So, F is directly proportional to eta r power y v power z. So proportional term cancel, add one constant k. So k is dimensional constant. So F is equal to k neta rv. So k is a constant, its value 6 pi. F is equal to 6 pi neta rv. This is relations for Stokes' law. Applications of Stokes' law. Floating of clouds. Larger raindrop hurt as more than the smaller ones. A man coming down with the help of a parachute acquires constant terminal velocity.